guys, we're having a bit of a windstorm, and you can see there's been a little bit of mess out here. The gusts have calmed down a little, which is why I'm out here. There were branches falling, there were trees falling. A power line went down, so we have no power. Let me show you what the wind has done. So we've got some generators running, trying to keep everything warm, but look at this! Our greenhouse just exploded! So, you can see we had two greenhouses here. This one's still up. Luckily, that's the one that the rodents are in. But we have some rabbits too, and there's just, I mean, it popped. Big old gust of wind came through. I don't know how fast. We weren't supposed to get any wind over 60 miles per hour, but some of the big gusts have been bigger than that. And the greenhouse just couldn't handle it. Stakes ripped out of the ground. The fabric ripped, the insulation went flying. So, you know, it's maybe 50 degrees out here, so the rabbits don't care. They don't like the wind, but they're hiding in their little nest boxes right now. But the temperature, I mean, they don't care at all. They probably wish it was colder. A little concerned about the rodents because, again, it's only 50 degrees out here, maybe a little colder. And then there's all this wind. I mean, the mice will be fine. They'll live, but they won't like it. With all this wind and cold, we might lose a few pinkies. We're trying. We've got a heater going in there. And again, the side with the mice is structurally a little bit stronger. Oh, another big whisk. I'm a little concerned about some of these trees. We do lose trees occasionally in these windstorms. But yeah, so now we're trying to work on getting heat to the snakes. They're down in the basement. The snake room was at, you know, 80 degrees, maybe a little warmer. So they'll be fine for even, you know, several days. They'd be fine. But we want to get power back on. We've got some gravid females that really need the heat. We've got eggs in the incubator. We're putting just warm water bottles in the incubator to make sure the eggs stay warm. We don't want them to get too hot, you know. A couple degrees too cool and they'll probably be fine. A couple degrees too hot and they can die. So we don't want to put so much hot water in there that they overheat, but we definitely want to keep them stable. But yeah, I figured I'd pull out the camera and show you a little Alaska weather fun. So I'll probably pull this out later and show you some more stuff. But yeah, just another day in the life. We haven't lost any animals. Everybody's safe. Everybody's good. But we did have a little greenhouse collapse, and none of the rabbits got hit with anything, luckily. They've got hard-sided nesting boxes, and they're almost all hiding underneath them, so that's good. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated. I'll probably pull out the camera a couple more times today as we get everything cleaned up and figured out.
Can I unplug it from the back?
Alright guys, we've got power back in the snake room, so the incubator is heating back up. Pour a little guys got down to 81 and 83. Don't worry, they'll be fine. I was reading a vlog one time, a blog this guy did, a big time breeder. He said he had a power outage in the springtime and his eggs got down to 65 degrees for hours. Didn't lose a single one. So, not too worried. We've got power back now. It was only out for... we don't have power back. We have the generators working, I should say. The wind is still going crazy out there. It's picking back up, actually. But,
Really?
yeah.
Are we okay?
The snakes came back on, although Liz had unplugged...
I unplugged 2 of the things.
2 of them.
So that only some of them were.
Hey everybody, this is my dad. he actually makes everything work. when things break, we go, hello, and then he makes it work magically.
Because your dad knows how to do everything.
He does. He does. He's one of those dads.
I know how to call the electrician.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but it's on.
It's on.
This is what matters.
Yep. Okay. So, just so you guys know, each of these thermostats, we're using Herp stats. In my opinion, best thermostats you can buy. But each thermostat is like a 15 or even 1800 watt thermostat. So we only have 3 of them going right now. We have the incubator, the baby rack, and one of the thermostats that's on each of these thermostats we run 2 adult racks off of. So we've got the boas don't have their heat yet, but they'll be just fine. 2 adult racks also don't have their heat yet, but they'll be just fine. And once these thermostats have reached their the temperature that we want them at, then we will turn on the other ones. It's just we don't want all of them at 100% output at the same time, because that's a lot of power and the generator couldn't handle it. It's a big generator, but it's not that big. Anyways, so we'll check in with you guys in a bit. So I think we've got a solution. We're gonna go get a shed at Home Depot. The greenhouse that blew away, we're just gonna take it down and replace it with a hard-sided shed. We're gonna move the rabbits into that. Whew. Something fell down here. One of the panels from our little fake roof thing just fell in. But yeah, we're gonna get a shed to put the rabbits in. The greenhouse that the mice are in did not blow away, so we're just gonna seal that off for tonight so it stays warm in there. And then later on we'll get another shed and we'll move the mice into that. So that's where we're headed. Alright guys, we got power to all the snakes. So all the snakes and eggs are safe and warm. But you can see the greenhouse is not safe and warm. And now it's raining.
I just finished evacuating all the rabbits into the garage while he was buying a better housing for them, and now we're going to try to clean up this disaster.
Yep, so we'll be cleaning up. We basically, do you see that wall, guys? That's the back of a rodent rack. We're gonna try and seal that whole wall up so that that side is still warm. And then this side is gonna get all tore out, and we're gonna put the shed here that we just bought. All right, here's our poor little bunnies. These are generally free-range bunnies, so they do not like being in these cages. We're gonna get their shed up as soon as possible so they can be out in the open. Well, it's not out to the elements, but like, you know, running around on the ground wherever they want to go. But yeah, don't worry though, the cold does not bother them in the slightest. I know people in Fairbanks, Alaska, they get absolutely brutally cold and their rabbits live outside year-round. Some of them even continue to have babies year-round. It's just insane. So yeah, don't worry, we're not harming these rabbits in any way. But they just gotta stay in these cages until we get their new home ready. Do you see that on the ground? That's snow! Guys, I don't know what the camera's showing, but it's snowing pretty good. And first it was hail, and now it's snowing. So yeah, still at it. But I just wanted to give you the nice weather update. Okay, it's getting late. It's probably 10 o'clock. We're still going, just cleaning up the mess. It's not too bad, really. The strongest gust we got was 96 miles per hour, which is hurricane force wind. I mean, it was sketchy for a while. These trees here, some of these are, I don't know, 50 feet tall, bigger around than me, and they were whipping back and forth like grass. I was coming out here, I thought that some of these trees were gonna smash me. But nothing broke here, none of the trees, that is. Driving around, I saw downed trees everywhere. There's probably 5 or 6 major power lines down around the city, so giant chunks of Anchorage are without power. We're only not because we got the generators going. Getting our money's worth out of them, that's for sure. It's keeping the entire snake room, the whole house is powered. We just had to unplug the big draws, the fridges and the freezers, and I'm tired. But yeah, so we're looking good. Let me show you the wreckage here that we just completed our little fix up for the night. Tomorrow we'll probably put the shed together. We're not doing it tonight. It's just too late. I know it doesn't look like 10:30 out here because it's still kind of light out, but that's Alaska for you, you know. By the time June rolls around, it'll be almost this light all night long. It's kind of weird because we're just coming out of this long dark winter, and now still plenty of light to see by. I could play sports in this. I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway, so let's go take a look. I apologize, it's loud. So the only damage to this front greenhouse here was the doors. These are just made out of insulation, just hard-sided styrofoam insulation, and they got ripped out of their little taped up sockets, and one of them cracked in half, and now we have a table piled in front of it to keep it from opening. But the back greenhouse was completely smashed. So we just piled up some insulation and some wood, and then we shoved this little bit of surviving frame up against it, and we tied it off. That little generator is powering everything inside the rodent tent, so their heat, their lights, their filters and everything. And then there's a big generator in there. I don't know if you can see it. The other side of there. And that's powering the house, including the snake room. eventually we'll get a building like that and we'll insulate it, we'll run electricity there, and that'll be our rodent house. But the one we're gonna put up tomorrow is not that nice. Oh, little fence here that I can't get through. I'll have to go back around the other way. So yeah, this is not the vlog I intended to make today, but it was still fun. I had a good day, and no lives were lost. Been checking all the baby rodents because while we were patching it up, it got pretty cold. For a little while there, while the snow was falling, I mean, the temperature plummeted. Hail and snow coming down thick. Now it's warmed back up a little bit, although as night's coming on, it'll cool right back down. So it was important to get that sealed up and warm again. But I kept checking on the rodents. They were doing great. Those mamas know their business. They were all spreading out over all their babies, making sure everybody's warm. And we keep them in trios. And all three, the dad included, were taking turns keeping the babies warm. So they did a great job. I don't think we lost any. The rabbits, they didn't even notice the cold. So that was good. Yeah, I know I'm rambling here, I'm tired, but thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. We've got some exciting things coming up. Yoshimi, that's Caleb's wife. She has been starting a couple of merchandise type things, and I'm pretty excited about them. I didn't know how they were going to turn out, and I got to look at them today, and they look sweet. So that'll be some upcoming things, but I'm not going to show you now because I don't have any of them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Go ahead and comment down below, and we will get back to you. And until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.